Welcome to this tutorial on writing efficient PowerShell code. Performance matters when you're working with large datasets, automating complex tasks, or building production scripts. In this video, we'll explore best practices that will help you write faster, more efficient PowerShell scripts. These techniques will reduce execution time and make your code more scalable. Let's dive into the key strategies that will transform your PowerShell scripting skills. One of the biggest performance bottlenecks in PowerShell is pipeline overhead. When you pipe objects from one command to another, PowerShell processes each object individually. This means every single object goes through serialization, which adds computational cost. Instead of relying heavily on the pipeline, consider using array operations whenever possible. Collect your results first, then process them in bulk. This approach significantly reduces the overhead and speeds up your script execution. Let's compare two approaches. On the left, we have the traditional pipeline method. We get all processes, pipe them to where object to filter, then pipe again to for each object to extract names. Each pipe operator creates overhead. On the right, we have the optimized array approach. We store processes in a variable, use the dot where method to filter, and directly access the name property. This array-based approach is much faster because it processes data in batches rather than object by object. Another important optimization is using strongly typed variables. When you don't specify a type, PowerShell has to figure out the data type at runtime, which adds overhead. By explicitly declaring types like integer, string, or array, you eliminate this runtime type conversion. This is especially important inside loops and functions where variables are accessed repeatedly. The performance gain becomes more noticeable as your script processes more data. Here's a practical example of type declaration. The untyped version on the left doesn't specify what kind of data count holds. PowerShell has to check and convert types every time we use plus equals. On the right, we declare count as an integer explicitly. We also use the increment operator instead of plus equals 1, which is more efficient. This simple change can make a significant difference in loops that run thousands of times. String operations are another area where you can optimize performance. String concatenation, especially in loops, is extremely expensive. Every time you use plus equals to add to a string, PowerShell creates a new string object in memory because strings are immutable. If you're doing this in a loop with hundreds or thousands of iterations, you're creating and destroying many objects. Instead, use string builder for multiple concatenations, or better yet, use the join operator for arrays. This example shows the performance difference clearly. The slow approach uses plus equals in a for each loop to build a string. Each iteration creates a new string object, making this extremely inefficient. The fast approach uses the join operator to combine all lines in a single operation. Join is specifically designed for this purpose and handles it much more efficiently. This one-liner replaces an entire loop and runs dramatically faster. Let's wrap up with 4 more essential tips. First, filter early. Apply your where conditions as soon as possible to reduce the amount of data you're working with. Second, avoid write host for output. Use write output instead for better performance and pipeline compatibility. Third, reuse objects by caching frequently used results instead of recalculating them repeatedly. Finally, use direct.NET methods when possible, as they're often faster than PowerShell CMDlets. Implement these techniques, and you'll see significant performance improvements in your scripts.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.